7.1 Introduction to Probability. We're shifting gears slightly from what we did in Chapter 2, and we're going to start looking at probability of certain events. And you may have learned some probability before, and hopefully we'll build on what you've learned before and show you how we can use probabilities in the world. So first, some terminology. The first thing that we need to talk about is a trial or a probability experiment. A trial or probability experiment is one experiment that has a random result. So you can't predict with 100% certainty what's going to happen if you do the actual experiment. Some examples are roll a die, toss a coin, or draw a card from a deck of cards. Outcomes are the possible results of a trial. So if your trial is to roll a die, your possible results or your outcomes are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, or 6, because the die has 6 sides and all the numbers 1 through 6. The sample space is something we are always interested in statistics, and probability is a part of statistics. But the sample space is the set of all possible outcomes for a trial. So for our trial of rolling a die, our possible outcomes would be written in set notation. And we start with S equals to signify the sample space. So it's always going to say S equals. And then the squiggly for a set notation and all the possible outcomes. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Ending squiggly. So make sure you use set notation for the sample space. Then if our probability experiment was to toss a coin, our sample space would be S equals the set H and T for heads and tails.